Friday, February 26, 2016, the Fremont County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to the rescue of 3 young girls that had been buried by several feet of snow and ice falling from the cabin road. And whereas Deputy Tom Smith, who was on duty, first responded to the call. And whereas upon arrival at the scene, Deputy Smith immediately began on-site rescue efforts in conjunction with other first responders. And whereas Deputy Smith remained on scene and actively engaged in the physical recovery of all 3 girls. Despite this significant risk to his well-being and mental fortitude, and whereas this was the second fatality Deputy Smith had responded to in as many days, and whereas Deputy Smith's ability to effectively manage stress and perform well under pressure resulted in saving the lives of 2 7-year-old girls trapped in useless snow ice. Therefore, I, Jordan Stoddard, Chairman of Fremont County Commissioners, in recognition of the bravery and dedication to the duty exhibited by Deputy Sheriff Tom Smith in effecting this rescue, do officially commend him for meritorious service to the citizens of Fremont County, Idaho. On the afternoon of Friday, February 26, 2016, the Island Park Unit of Fremont County Emergency Medical Services was dispatched to rescue 3 young girls that had been buried by several feet of ice and snow falling from a cabin roof. And whereas EMT 512 Gregory L. Walker, who was off duty, took the initiative to first respond to the call. And whereas on arrival at the scene, EMT Walker immediately began coordinating the on-site rescue effort while requesting additional ground and air medical resources. And whereas at substantial risk to his own safety and physical well-being, EMT Walker extricated the first patient that had been buried under 5 to 6 feet of snow and ice for a period of approximately 30 minutes, and finding her to have a pulse and respirations, directed her initial care. And whereas EMT Walker then commenced searching for and recovering the second patient and finding her hyperthermic, pulseless, and apneic, administered resuscitative efforts that resulted in return of spontaneous circulation. And whereas upon recovery of the third patient, EMT Walker continued expert resuscitative care of the first 2 victims and coordinated air medical transport to definitive care. And whereas the exemplary conduct and professional patient care exhibited by EMT Walker did result in saving lives of 2 7-year-old girls trapped in snow and ice. Now, therefore, I, Jordan Stoddard, Chairman of Fremont County Commissioners, in recognition of the bravery and dedication to duty exhibited by Island Park EMT Gregory L. Walker in effecting this rescue, do officially commend him for meritorious service to the citizens of Fremont County, Idaho, presented on this 14th day of March 2016 by Fremont County Board of County Commissioners.
I was on my way up to patrol, got the call. I was at Federal Hill, about 20 miles away. So I drove code, got up there. I got on scene. Greg Walker, he was already up there, an EMT up there. They'd already pulled the first little 7-year-old out. And I went in and started digging. I pulled her out, and Greg took her, and they'd said there was one more under there, and I didn't know. So Greg took over, resuscitated her, and I went back down in the hole and started digging for the third. We're in the wrong spot. She was like 5 feet away, and then more angels, like 20 firefighters showed up, all with shovels, and they just went to town and finally found her. I relive it every night when I close my eyes. Just children, can't imagine. And then I got a grandson, about 2 years old, so that's what we're all digging for, is like they're our own kids. So, but I'm sure glad we got them out.
So what are some positive feelings that you are having now after this experience?
Just knowing that I was there and helped bring 2 back. So, could have been worse.
I was off duty and I heard the call go out on the radio, and it was right across the river from where I was at. So I took off and went over, and I had a big scoop shovel in my truck, and I was able to find the father and assist him in digging, and we found the first girl. We were able to get her resuscitated, and then we immediately started digging, and about 5 to 7 minutes later, we found the second girl, and she was totally unresponsive, and I started CPR for about 3 minutes, and she started coming around, and so I passed her off onto Brenda, one of our other EMTs on our crew, and started digging for the other girl, and it took a lot longer to find the third one. And she'd been under a big slab of ice, and we were trying to frantically get her revived in CPR for a long time, but I didn't know if she was going to make it or not. We flew her out, but it was kind of bittersweet. We were able to find and revive 2 of the girls, and the sad part's the little one, 2-year-old. So I was so glad I was in the area. I think maybe just an extra 10 minutes. I got there about 10 minutes before all the other firefighters and the EMTs and the police. So I got there a little before they did, and I think that extra few minutes might have helped save the girls. We got a great team, Fremont County EMS, law enforcement, and fire department all worked together, and we had help from Madison Memorial Hospital, or the Madison paramedics and Life Flight, and everybody was working, doing their best, trying to save them. Yeah, but it was a real happy day and a real sad day.